Welcome back to the FPS series where we continue improving this game. And from the past video, I forgot that I had audio muted in here, so the whole entire video is basically silent. So I forgot to untick this. So if you untick this and you try my project, it should sound something like this. No, just normal audio sounds with reload and what have you. And obviously you have the AI system. So from the previous video, you had a AI system that would immediately shoot and kill you. Now what I've done is I've kind of improved it and I made it to shoot burst shots. So it waits a little bit of time and then it shoots me. And it's obviously not very accurate with the shooting. Okay, now let's jump into coding and let's see how you can build the burst timer. So this is all the function that makes it possible for us to burst. So building just this is obviously not enough. You need some kind of AI, and what this AI does is basically it simulates the mouse click. If we're clicking, if the AI is clicking, we want the weapon to start shooting. So the flag that I'm using to start shooting is this trigger burst. So while I'm aiming, I want this trigger burst to be true. And while I'm not, obviously, I want it to be false. So that is all there is to the aiming method. And now let's jump into the weapon controller AI. So what I have in here is a automatic burst function that runs into the update function. Now the reason for that is obviously we want to continuously check for bursting. So we want to continuously run this fire until it shoots 3 times. Every time this fire actually shoots a bullet, we have a function right here that records that bullet. So if we're bursting, we want this burst count to increment by 1. So when this reaches 3, that means we have completed 1 burst right here. So if we've completed 1 burst, we want to tell it that we have completed the burst and we want to reset the burst count to 0. So in order to actually time a burst, what you can do is similar to this fire function. So using a time.time equal to ready to fire. So this is a okay function to use, but we want to make our life just a little bit easier and we're using AI numerator. So one downside of the IE numerator is that it has to be called into the start method right here. So you have to start it as a coroutine for it to work. After you start the coroutine, you have to say while true in order for this function to execute. So after you say while true, you tell it to wait a amount of seconds. I have set it to wait 1.8 seconds. So after waiting 1.8 seconds, we simply start the bursting again. Now we have 2 flags in here. We have is bursting and trigger burst. So if you've paid attention, what I've done in here is I've added a trigger burst. So this gets triggered when the AI senses a player, and this gets triggered every set amount of time. So when they both get true, that means we are bursting. So that's how simple it is for you to build a bursting system. Okay, this is the gameplay with the AI being able to burst shots and taking some time in between so we can actually kill him. Okay, so let's try to kill him before he kills us. And I did kill him and he killed me too. So that shouldn't happen, obviously. But we're gonna fix that in another video. Okay, that's about it for this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you can forgive me for me not being able to show you the sounds of the game. But that's how the game sounds for now. We're gonna obviously continue working on it, continue improving it, and I hope you liked it. So I'll see you next time.